What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. Fusion and Link Summon Festival has arrived. And to dedicate this, Lunalights will be taking the stage. And for those who are going to question why Lunalights of all decks to choose, first of all, for content, and I already know for that fact that everybody and their mother be thinking Lunalights are just a typical XZ spam deck. But what if I told you that in this event, throughout the course of the event, no XZ is required doing so? With that being said, we are going to showcase you guys the in-depth guide to Lunalight, as well as how to deal with going second in any shape or form. So, first things first, on behalf. Based off from this hand, we got some honorary tech cards to talk about. If kaijus were completely cut out for this event, why not Santa Claus? Santa Claus happens to be a light fiend. Fiendsmith, anyone? Level 6, light fiend, 1200 attack, 2500 defense. Also, look at the first two numbers in terms of stats, and you get the reference. You can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in defense by attributing one monster they control. If summoned this way, during the end phase of this turn, you can draw one. So basically, they get to draw one, I don't, but it's cool, don't trip. And another honorary tag card I played, Book of Eclipse, is meant for if for whatever the reason there are floodgate monsters that are legal for this event. In terms of main deck wise, we could just have Book of Eclipse to put that face down in terms of anything that can't be targeted or something that deals with floodgate boards like this. So the context on Book of Eclipse, it says change all face-up monsters everywhere on the field to face-down defense. During the end phase of this turn, change as many face-down defense monsters your opponent controls as possible to face-up defense. Then draw cards according to your opponent for every monster that has their positions changed face-up by this effect. In other words, the more face down into face ups they have, the more draw cards they get. And realistically, once again, don't trip. We about to OTK in a nutshell like no tomorrow. So, the in-depth guide to Lunalights. You have eight main deck monsters, plus 2 if you count the pendulums. So a total of 10 main deck monsters, 4 fusions, 2 spells, and 2 traps. We're going to start backwards with the spells and traps first, and then we will work our way up to the monsters. Lunalight Reincarnation Dance. Hard once on the activation as a normal trap. If a monster's more than one you control gets killed by battle or card effect, add up to 2 Lunalights monsters from dead to hand. Lunalight Serenade Dance. Continuous trap. Okay, so basically the first effect off from Serenade Dance is not once per turn, but the graveyard effect, however, it is a once per turn. The on-field effect of Serenade Dance, which is not once per turn. When a fusion monsters, more than one, is fusion summoned to your field outside of the damage step, you can target one of those monsters. Apply these effects in sequence. Generate one Lunalight token, level 4 Dark Beast Warrior, 2000 stats to your opponent's field. That target gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls, even if this card leaves. Absolute nuts. And then, during your main phase, you can banish this from your graveyard, send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, special one Lunalight monster from your deck. The graveyard effect is once again hard once per turn. Lunalight Fusion. Normal spell, you have ways dealing with searching it out from the get-go. Hard once on the activation. It's essentially polymerization for Lunalights, but here's the twist. If your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck specifically, you can also use one Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck as material. So essentially it's Lunalight version of Shaddoll Fusion in a nutshell. Luna Light Perfume. Not Lunalight, Luna Light Perfume. They had to make it separate because, according to Konami, when they first made this card, good thing they did not outright put these two words combined to make it one word, because Yellow Martin would have searched this card from the get-go, and on top of that, it would have been way too busted from the get-go, and so forth. Also, for whatever the reason, none of the effects are from Perfume isn't a hard once per turn at all. It's essentially Monster Reborn from your graveyard, one Lunalight monster, and then you can banish this from your grave, then discard one, add one Lunalight monster from your deck to your hand, which is also not once per turn. Onwards to the monsters. Sharing the same category of Lunalights. The main deck monsters, in terms of the non-pendulum Lunalights, they are darks, while the pendulums are all lights. So technically 2 are lights, while the rest of the main and extra deck are darks, but the one comparison that they are is all Beast Warriors. So let's get the pendulums out the way. Lunalight Wolf. Level 6, pendulum scale of 1, 2000 attack, 1800 defense. And she is a light. Scale effect. Aside from can't do no pendulum summon except Lunalights, can't be negated, none of that aside from that. Soft once per turn, it is your Miracle Fusion of Lunalights. And while Wolf is actually on the field, if a Lunalight, self-included, monster you control attacks the defense monster, pierce battle damage. Gross. Lunalight Tiger, who is also a light. Level 3, scale 5, 1200 attack, 800 defense. In the early years of Yu-Gi-Oh!, when Lunalight Tiger was first made, Lunalight Tiger had to receive the ban list treatment because she herself, for whatever the reason, the scale effect and the destruction effect is not a hard once per turn, and on top of that, any decks that can utilize to make the Azathoth combo had to go in the first place. So they figured, ban Lunalight Tiger just so that there shouldn't be any more degenerate XZ spams when it should have been an actual fusion deck from the get-go. Scale effect. Soft once per turn. Monster reborn a Lunalight in your graveyard, but it cannot attack, effects are negated, and if you don't do anything with it, it gets killed. And its actual monster effect, if it gets killed by battle or card effect, you can reborn one Lunalight monster targeting reborn one, which is also, the monster effect is a hard once per turn, while the scale effect is not a hard once per turn. Onwards to the non-pendulum Dark Beast Warrior Lunalights. Starting off with the level 2s. White Rabbit. 800 both ways. Upon normal summon, target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard that isn't White Rabbit, especially in defense. Effects are live. Soft once per turn, you can target spell traps your opponent controls up to the number of other Lunalight cards, spell/traps included, you control, kit them back to your hand. Lunalight Black Sheep. We all know what's up about Black Sheep being king of the swamp in terms of discard to get poly, nothing more, nothing less, as a 100 attack, 600 defense. But when it comes to the other effect, in terms of not playing polymerization, you can always add one Lunalight from your grave back to your hand that isn't Black Sheep. And then if for some reason this card is sent to the graveyard just because of a fusion material, you can add one face-up Lunalight Pendulum from your extra deck or Lunalight Monster from your grave to hand that isn't Black Sheep. The level 3 Purple Butterfly. 1000 both ways. You can send this from hand or field to the graveyard to target one Lunalight monster you control. Extra 1000 attack boost until the end of this turn. Nice. Hard once per turn is you can banish this from your grave. Special one Lunalight from your hand. Lunalight Blue Cat. Actually going over the qualities now, the rest are level 4s. Starting with Blue Cat. 1600 attack, 1200 defense. Upon special summon, you can target one Lunalight monster you control that isn't Blue Cat. Double its original attack until the end of this turn. Hard once per turn on a double up. Upon being destroyed by battle or card effect or from the field, you can special one Lunalight from your deck, not once per turn, on a destruction, to E-Telly. Lunalight Crimson Fox. 1800 attack, 600 defense. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, changes attack to 0 until the end of this turn. When a card or effect is activated that targets a Lunalight monsters, more than one you control, as a quick effect, you can banish this from grave, negate the activation as in never happened, and if you do, each player gains 1000 life. Lunalight Kaleido Cheek. 1400 attack, 800 defense. Keep this in mind about Kaleido Cheek. The first effect, she sends its cost. So that means even if you were to stop it off from something like Impermanence or Effect Veiler, it's, again, surprise factor about Kaleido Cheek. So once per turn, you can send one Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, which is the entire cost. So that means you can't stop it by any means necessary. The name of this face-up card on the field can be treated as the sent monsters if used as fusion material this turn. And first chance, Sheik is sent to the graveyard by a card effect. You can target one poly in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Hard once per turn on getting poly back. Upon being banished, you can activate this. Throughout this whole entire turn, your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated during the battle phase. It's essentially Odd Eye's Meteor Burst or Sangenpai before Odd Eye's Meteor Burst and or Sangenpai were a thing. Lunalight Emerald Bird, 1200 attack, 1000 defense. Upon normal or special, you can send one Lunalight card from your hand to the graveyard, spell/trap included, and if you do, draw one. And if she were to be sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one of your level 4 or lower Lunalight monsters that is banished or in your graveyard that isn't Emerald Bird, special in defense, but negate its effects. Each effect once per turn. Yellow Martin, 800 attack, 2000 defense. When it comes to Yellow Martin, she is literally Blackwing Zephyros, the Elite. But the twist is, instead of once per duel, it is once per turn, and instead of just like literally any card in general, it's Lunalight cards only. To have her special in defense, but she gets banished whenever she leaves. And if she were to be sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add one Lunalight spell trap from dead to hand. So she is the Stratos of Lunalight spell traps. Each effect once per turn. As for the extra deck, Lunalight Cat Dancer. 2 Lunalights in general to make her, 2400 attack, 2000 defense of a level 7. Can't be killed by battle. Upon declaring an attack, burn your opponent 100. Once per turn during your main phase 1, you can tribute one other Lunalight monster. For the rest of this turn, the first time, each monster your opponent controls will be killed by battle. It is not. Also, she swings multiple monsters twice each. Not once, but twice. This turn. Lunalight Panther Dancer. 2800 attack, 2500 defense of a level 8 who takes Cat Dancer along with one Lunalight. Aside from fusion summon with the above materials, nothing more, nothing less. Can't be killed by card effects. If she kills an opponent's monster by battle, extra 200 attack until the end of the battle phase. Once per turn during your main phase 1, you can activate this. For the rest of this turn, the first time each monster your opponent controls will be killed by battle, it is not. Also, she swings multiple monsters twice, just like Cat Dancer. Stage 3. Lunalight Leo Dancer, the Game Ender, who takes Panther Dancer as well as 2 Lunalights to make her. As a level 10, 3500 attack, 3000 defense. Aside from fusion summon with the above materials, your opponent cannot target or destroy within card effects. She is a built-in Cyber Twin Dragon. Once per turn, at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked the monster, you can destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. Crazy. Lunalight Saber Dancer. Level 9, 3000 flat on the attack, 2600 defense. That takes 3 Lunalights in general to make her. Aside from fusion Shokin Stick, 200 attack for each banished Beast Warrior or in the graveyards. Your opponent cannot target Saber Dancer within card effects. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, breakthrough skill clause, you can banish this from your grave, target one fusion monster you control, it gains 3000 attack until the end of this turn. Hard once on Saber Dancer. And that's every guide to Lunalights. Let's get the show on the road. And of course, one of the loner decks being Dark Magician, so simplify game state. Master of Chaos. Setting Dark Burning Magic. Anaconda. Make Dragoon, of course. Book of Eclipse. To search for Dark Magic Attack, aka Harpy's Feather Duster, if controlling the DM, which you do. Normal Kaleido Cheek, send the Yellow Mountain as cost. Perfume the Martin. Tiger on Scale. Cross Sheep. Tiger, Reborn the Cheek. Cheek, sending Panther Dancer as cost. Yellow Martin. Kick back the Tiger special. Tiger Scale again. The return of Firefighting Daruma that takes 2 Beast Warriors and or Winged Beasts to make them. Extra 100 attack for each of the 3 types listed everywhere on the field, which is nice. Soft, once per turn, you can target 1 spell trap on each field, kill them. Synergy with the destruction effect of Tiger. And when this card kills an opponent's monster by battle, you can target 1 of your Beast Warrior or Winged Beasts that is banished or in your graveyard, add it back to your hand. Drumadol, Scrap Dragon effects, kill off Eternal Soul and Tiger. Tiger, bring back Cheek, Eternal Soul, clear every monster. Cheek, send something else as cost. Perfume to discard. And I believe, according to Perfume, going for the record, it was add 1 from dead to hand. So Wolf, and then Wolf, Scale, Miracle Fuse, Frelia Dancer, and then this is Auto Wraps. So guys, that's going to do it for the introduction and the in-depth guide to Lunalights. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. Also, if you are a brand new or returning Master Duel player after 1 full month of missing gameplay, be sure to use my campaign code in the description below so we can gather the leftover prizes for future content. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time in the Fusion Link Effect. Onwards with Lunalights.